Hi and welcome to Courtney's Fix. This is our recipe portion of our discussion on black olives. Today we're going to be making haddock with Kalamata olives. And before we even get started with our dish, let's go ahead and preheat our oven to 425. If you have a roast button on your oven, please set it to that. It's really great for fish. All right, let's move into our marinade. So with haddock similar to a cod, you could also use a sea bass, but it's going to be a thicker fish. So what I did is I cut it actually on the bias, because I've had people comment about how they feel a little intimidated with really big pieces of fish. So I cut it so then that way it feel like you could manipulate it better. Now in our marinade, we have our sliced haddock, and then as well we added lemon juice, we added lemon zest, we added a little bit of grapeseed oil, pinch of salt, white pepper. Marinate it maybe no more than maybe 15-20 minutes. After that, you've already got cooked fish, got a little ceviche. So let's not do that. So in terms of our dish, we've got a great baking dish. I love baking dishes. I cook a lot of food in the oven because I don't want to watch it, and I feel like the oven is a great way of like having your own sous chef. Like, it's cooking, you don't have to. So we're gonna add a little bit of grapeseed oil on the bottom. You would normally think, or naturally think, let me go ahead and use olive oil because this is a Mediterranean dish. I use olive oil just for finishing dishes or for fresh dishes. So we got our oil in. Now let's go ahead, I've got some fennel. I love fennel, and all I've done is just shaved it. I'm putting it on the bottom because I want it to cook the most. So I want it to be the most submerged in the liquid. Then now I've got some beautiful grape tomatoes, and I've cut those and quartered them. We've got a few different colors. We've got a yellow and our orange and our red. And then now I'm gonna go ahead and add our Kalamata olives. This to me is like the best part, this layering. If for some reason you don't want to use fish, you want to use cauliflower, you just want to make it veggie, all this layering is what's going to add that extra oomph into the dish. I'm going to add a few pieces of the fennel, like the tops of the fennel. It's been laying here in the olive oil and the garlic. Not a bad thing, so I'm adding that in. And then now I'm adding in parsley and some already chopped garlic. So if you look at it, it's beautiful. It already just looks like a salad. You could eat it just like this. And then now, let's go ahead and let's season it. So add a little bit of white pepper, adding some hot paprika. If you don't have hot paprika at home, you could use crushed red pepper. And then if not, a little bit of Tabasco. I'm only gonna add a tiny bit of salt because we're gonna be using stock. If you don't use any stock for this dish, which is fine, go ahead and use salt. If you know that your stock is salty, don't use any. And then plus we also have the olives in it, so the olives are gonna add a little bit of salt as well. So let's go ahead and we're gonna add our fish and we'll layer it. Make it look really pretty. I like it because it cooks together. It's kind of neat. I don't know why it amuses me, but it does. So now we've got our fish, and then what we're going to do is add our stock. When you add your stock, you want to be careful not to add too much. The fish releases water, and as well the tomatoes release water. So when I add stock, I really don't want to do more than maybe half to about 2/3. And then, of course, because there's always a pièce de résistance, right? A little bit of Pernod. I love Pernod. It's a licorice flavored liqueur. And I'm just gonna add a splash on the top. See, that was just a splash. And then I'm gonna add just a drizzle more of oil because I want the fish to glisten as it's roasting. Okie doke. So we have built our dish and it looks good. Look at the side. There's so much more I could say to every layer about this dish, but there's not enough time. Hey, it's Courtney. Hope you really liked the video. Beneficial foods are part of my daily I Love Myself formula. They feed my body, hey, sometimes just my soul. See you next time. Please press the bell below, hit like and subscribe. Comments and questions are always welcome. And remember, maximize your joy, because life is fun as shit.